Shalom uvracha. There's a question that came my way through the Emuna chat that I'd like to address, which I feel is very central, a very central core dilemma that I think every single one of us at one point meets in our life. The question and the clarity that's being asked is from somebody who basically says, I know there's so much talk about Emuna. I know that we need to believe that everything is, divinely orchestrated and brought about by Hashem. And I know that so much of what I have to deal with in my life, everything that I'm dealing with in my life, it's all from Hashem. There's no dispute from this particular person. I think most of us can really say that intellectually, mentally. We all know it's from Hashem. Not only because we've been taught it, but it's a knowingness that is super rational, that can't really be explained, but that we just know it's all from Hashem. It's all, there's a reason, there's a purpose, and it's all being addressed and guided to us from this amazing Hashem, this super supreme authority of the world, who's leading us to something that's much bigger than we can even imagine. I guess the question for this particular person, including all of us that we always have, is then how do I deal with all my pain, the emotional pain, the anger, the thoughts of, it's a miserable, these are miserable circumstances. This is so painful that I'm so angry at you, so to speak. Not so to speak, but, so many of us are, so to speak, so angry at Hashem, and that it's so hard to feel this love. What we know is what we know, but it really depresses a person when they get to the point where they can't feel that which they know. So to try to bring some clarity to this very challenging space that I think I'm going to be daring enough to say I don't think anybody's ever not been challenged with such a deep internal turmoil and battle. And that's the battle that the Tanya speaks about extensively, of this battle between Yetzer Tov, Yetzer Ra. The Yetzer Tov is the part that says, no, of course there's Hashem, of course there's a Hashem, of course. How could I forget? How could it be that I forgot? And then the Yetzer Hara answers in a sly voice, what are you talking about? Do you think really Hashem cares about you? You think really Hashem has time for you? Do you know what he has to deal with in life? Why should he care about you? You're a nothingness. That's the famous line of the Yetzer Hara. Yeah, there's so much sorrows. You think yours is bad. Look at your neighbor. Always trying to belittle the emotional pain that we have, as if to say, Hashem has no time for you. And I must say, it sounds pretty convincing. It sounds pretty convincing when he says to us that, because, I'm sure that Hashem is really busy up there and down here and all around us. Why pay attention to little old me, the little pea in the pod? And it definitely is something that we all struggle with. I will give the advice that I have learned, grappled with, and learned to practice. My famous way of dealing with it, famous meaning to me, because it works for me, is when I'm feeling upset, angry, negative towards Hashem, so to speak, or I'm grappling. I wouldn't say necessarily I'm dealing with that level, but let's say I'm grappling. I'm really trying to hold on to the Emuna, the trust that Hashem is producing good from the difficulty, from the tragedy, from the traumas, from the disgust that you sometimes hear about and are compelled to face in this world. It's just so astronomical. Again, it's not just what happens to us personally, it's what happens happening in the world. And when I feel the Emuna, just sort of like a sieve just falling through and I can't hold on to it, I reach out with a very honest voice and plea and inner cry and yell. And I say to Hashem, you have so much Rahmanis. Your Rahmanis, your compassion is endless. 20 or 13 midas, right? You're so compassionate. You're so you're so kind, Hashem. God forbid we're not humanizing, yes, but we could relate to that aspect that we get from the 13 midas as a manifestation, one of the endless manifestations of the greatness of Hashem. And when we don't see that, when we're not shown that face, so to speak, we reach out from the inner depths of our being and we yell out to Hashem. There's a famous 2-word saying, Ayeh kvodecha. Where is your kavod, Hashem? Where is your kavod? It can't be that there's this horribleness, so to speak, that we're confronted with. It brings, so to speak, it brings disrespect, so to speak, to your name, Hashem, because you taught us. The sages, the Rabbeim, the Svarim, everything teaches us you're great, you're good, and no bad comes from Shemaim. So if we see something and it opposes and contradicts that teaching, then in our essence, we live in that contradiction. By the way, that contradiction, the fact that we feel the contradiction is the proof, by the way, that Hashem is only good. Because if I really believed, chas v'shalom, that it's not good, then there would be no contradiction. I would just accept the fact that it's, God forbid, that chas v'shalom, that Hashem does bad things. But the fact that I'm fighting with it means I am soul searching, I am truth seeking. I want to get down to the bottom. I know there's truth here. So the contradiction, the battle itself already puts us in a position where we're proving already to ourselves it can't be. Literally, that is the mindset. It can't be. I'm not willing to accept it, and that's the fight. That's the fight. So when you ask Hashem, Ayeh kvodecha, where is your kavod? You're basically putting it out to Hashem, and you're saying, Hashem, I know this is not granting you kavod. El maleh rachamim, you're Hashem that's filled with rachamim. I'm not feeling it personally in my life or around me. That means there's something off here. And we yell out to Hashem and we say, Ayeh kvodecha, where is it? Please present your kavod. Please show us your glory. And the glory in your goodness and in your kindness and your benevolence, and never ending at that. So we sort of put ourselves in a position where we present the battle in front of Hashem through either hitbodedut or just a simple conversation while we're washing the dishes, cleaning the floors, or driving in the car. And just say, Hashem, where is it? Where is the revealed truth of goodness in here? There is. And up until now, every point that I've been able to see is only because you have compassion for me to show me the truth of your goodness. Have compassion over me. Let your compassion overpower the judgment and enable me to be able to see that goodness. So if you want to look at it, if I have to simplify it in like pointers, first we have Emuna that it's good. Then we present it to Hashem and we say, show me the good. And then the last point is that we await for the good to come. That's literally, if I put it in a 3-point process, which by the way, the Baal Shem Tov teaches a whole Torah on this, of submission, separation, and sweetening. It's Hachna'ah, Havdalah, and Hamtaka. And there's a whole Torah from the Baal Shem Tov that teaches the Jewish psyche and how we're supposed to, so to speak, be guided through this 3-step process to overcome so many of the contradictions of this world. And so that would be the level of advice that I would offer to all of us who really we all want to love Hashem. We all want to experience the goodness, but we're in a world with such a heavy cloak on our eyes, and such a heavy cloak, not only our eyes, on our senses, our 5 senses, the way we see, the way we hear, the way we touch, the way we smell. Everything that we do, all of our senses are completely clogged. We're experiencing something that is deadened by something else. And that's part of the battling. But remember, as long as you're battling, you're in a position to accept the truth. And when you're in a position to accept for the truth, you reach out and yell to the truth, the source of truth, where is it? Show it to me. I want to know and I want to see it. Show me the way to that pathway of truth, because I know it's here. Rabbi Nachman brings down something that's similar, and he says, when you're in a place of difficulty, ask the three-word question, where are you? Because when you ask, where are you, you're basically putting it out there, and you're saying, not just where are you, but I know you're here. If I'm asking the question, where are you, it means you are here, I just don't see you. And Rabbi Nachman says, just asking those 3, formulating that question in 3 simple words, where are you, will reveal to you what's hidden. Because you're seeking the truth, and the truth is always there. Hashem's everlasting love, which is the truthfulness of this existence and our lives, of the universe, of this world, of this lifetime, of everything, is Hashem. It's there. It's just cloaked. It's hidden. When you ask, when you demand, so to speak, it's called holy chutzpah, when you sort of ask Hashem, show me the truth, I know it's here. You've already taken a huge sledgehammer and you've broken the shell of the darkness and of the lie that hasn't enabled you to see it. And that moment is the moment that Hashem waits for us to have that aha moment where He can reveal Himself, but He'll only reveal Himself for those that seek Him, right? It says, Karov Hashem lechol korav lechol asher yikra'uhu be'emet. Hashem is close to all those who seek Him, to all those who reach out to Him, in emet, in truth. All of us who seek out the truth, we know Hashem is good. We feel it. We know it, intellectually. We want to feel it. We seek it. We cry for it. We plea for it. We hunger for it. We don't stop quenching for it and keep running back to Hashem saying, where is it? Where is your respect? Where is your glory in this place where such disharmony, such injustice is being faced or is being revealed right now? That's not the truth. Where is your truth? And we come to Hashem with that request from the depths of the soul that breaks and dispels all darkness. And that's the avoda, the true avoda of Hashem, in service of Hashem. To serve Hashem, that's an eved. That is a true eved Hashem. Bezat Hashem, it's not an easy task. We're all going through it together, each one in their own cubbyhole. But together, everybody takes out their sledgehammer. One by one, we begin to break apart and open up the shell that closes the light. And then Bezat Hashem, eventually that process, very soon, Bezat Hashem will be finished and complete. And Bezat Hashem will be able to see all that revealed goodness because it's there. A lot of Hatzlacha.